Friday is Hawaiian Shirt Day. So, you know, if you want to, go ahead and wear a Hawaiian shirt and jeans.
In this video, I am going to attempt a one-planet challenge. I am going to try and win Galactic Civilizations IV with only a single core world. I'm also going to be throwing in a heavy dash of roleplay while I try to see out this challenge. And before we go any further, I need to say a massive thank you to Stardock for sponsoring this video. If you'd like to check out their new game Galactic Civilizations IV, the one we're playing in today's video, check out the link in the description below. Without any further ado though, let's find out more about the civilization we will be playing with today. The corporate sector is the civilization we will be playing as today. Civilization might be a strong word for us though. We are ruled by a number of multi-planet corporations, with traders amongst the galaxy's best. Our entire civilization's satisfaction and sense of self-worth is unsurprisingly correlated with the amount of credits in our coffers. To that end, our citizens actually get an approval bonus based on the amount of credits, the amount of cash we have in our treasury. They're also excellent traders. Of course, our cultural focus will be individualism, a belief in individual rights, personal freedoms, and self-reliance, often over the needs and interests of the community or society. We're doing a libertarian run-through, pretty much. We are carbon-based, so we're not too far away from the normal genealogy. We'll start with a traitor and 3 free trade licenses, so we're going to have a great time setting up lots and lots and lots of trade. We're going to need that because I won't be building a single colony ship after the start of the game. This is a special one planet or one system challenge, depending exactly on how you want to define that. It is a bit of a sticky issue here. And so I need to maximize our resources, maximize our civilization's output through unconventional methods. We're going to be getting a lot of late stage capitalism here, I can promise you. We'll also be wealthy, starting with 2,000 more credits and the universal translator technology. So once we find aliens, we can make them our friends very quickly. I've customized our civilization just a little bit. We are now level 2 on productive, gaining 10% manufacturing, level 2 on rich, gaining 10% gross income, and level 2 on clever, gaining 10% research. To balance that off, I've had to give us craven, so we'll get minus 30% resistance to invasion. But honestly, given we're only going to have a single core world, if we get invaded, it's the end of the game anyway. So let's try not to let that happen. We will also be meek, and therefore intimidation will not be our best friend. These are the settings I'm going to be using today if you'd like to follow along at home. In terms of empires, I'm going for a full set here. I'm getting the classics in, the Drengin, the Taurians, the Arceans, and the Yor. I am also going to run with the Terran Alliance. In fact, I'm going to make them bright so they can be something of our nemesis out there in the galaxy. Another allegedly individualist-focused empire. Our main weakness is apparently our dislike of being poor. We may be poor in planets and poor in own space, but we will forever be rich in energy credits. Speaking of which, we start with 7,000. Oh my goodness me.
I like money.
Let's dive in here and look at Iridia. This is quite a nice home world. I think I'll place our capital city here on the plain. We'll put down an industrial center and then add in a few extra manufacturing districts. I might as well spend some of those lovely energy credits we just talked about a moment ago to rush this industrial center and improve Iridia. Looking at our starting population here, I'm going to start by training up a couple of workers just to get the manufacturing going a little bit faster. We do start with a single colony ship and there is a single class 3 world we can colonize. I'm going to colonize it, which probably makes this more of a one system than a specific one planet challenge. And if you think we failed here at this first hurdle, then let me know down in the comments below. Maybe the temptation was just too great. Otherwise, I won't be building another settler or colony class ship ever again all game long. Instead, I'm going to shell out a few construction ships and maybe a U-Haul or two to get the trade really flowing. We want to improve manufacturing. I hear it's going to help our bottom line at the end of the year, and my bonus definitely deserves that, so we'll go down the planetary manufacturing route. I do want to make use of this 50% research bonus. It's very tasty. And yes, please, I will have a Minister of Technology. That's very excellent. Thank you very much. Ooh, and you know, I couldn't really go wrong here with a planetary generator. Let's get one of them up and running. This is causing a minor spike in pollution, according to some local media outlets. But those outlets are wrong, don't listen to them. It's the false media agenda, I promise you, ladies and gentlemen. And there are some definitely lovely worlds around. We have a size 20 world here, Sirius 3, but I can't colonize it, and I'll just have to pretend it's not there. Oh my goodness. We'll send our first constructor to build a starbase to mine this lovely thulium deposit. I had a very productive phone call this morning from Elon Tusk, and he tells me asteroid mining is the way to go, so we'll definitely go down that route. He is, after all, our premier economic expert. Would you look at that? Through some deft policy manipulation, we've already ended up back at our starting capital. What an excellent investment we are turning out to be. I'm sure I'm going to get my year-end bonus. Thulium isn't much to look at, but oh boy, it's quite expensive to buy and sell. This is going to really help pad everything. You know, I can see the margins on this being absolutely bloody excellent. Space Monster just destroyed one of our U-Hauls. That's really bad. We should maybe think of developing some weapons to deal with that in the future. Ah, the future. That piece of time not yet present and nowhere near past. Elusively ahead of us. Now, let's talk bonus structure. If I could look into the future, why that would be more than bonus enough. And given that management don't have any weapons yet, and I do, I think you'll find my idea of getting the biggest possible bonus very hard to refuse. Very hard indeed. Across all of corporate sector space, our individualism is celebrated now with not only our self-reliance and enduring love of capitalism, of course, but also now the ship called the Independence, which, let me check my notes. Oh, celebrates independence. Something that has not escaped my notice is this lovely little ascension crystal sitting here right on the edge of Iridia. And if you're enjoying this video, please ascend with that like button. We're going to use that to get lots and lots of ascension score because, well, we're not conquering the galaxy here. We can't, so we'll have to find some other way of winning. But don't worry, my analysts have told me we're now going to be entering really late stage capitalism, which means that, you know, this is just a stepping stone, I'm told, on our journey to ensure that our currency is the galactic reserve currency, which is allegedly very, very important for my bonus. Well, someone had to colonize Sirius, I suppose. Let's be happy that it was the humans, our apparent nemesis. It's fine. It's all fine. Oh, +2 usable tiles and +1 farming is actually absolutely amazing. Let's put that straight on Iridia. Oh, one of the tiles is out of the way over there. But we got an extra tile somewhere. That's cool. With absolutely no ceremony at all, our first trade route has been established with the Great Terran Alliance. Now, our construction ships don't always move fast enough. To fix that, I'm going to put some unshielded thrusters on those construction ships. Yes, it makes them easier to blow up, but they do go much, much faster. And if any crew members try suing us due to, like, I don't know, some sort of unsafe or hazardous work conditions, we will bury them in so much paperwork they will be suffocated. And that means they shouldn't be able to progress with a lawsuit, I'm told. Ah yes, the Safe Constructor class. Much better, much safer, and much more promising than any other constructors out there on the market. Ownership must be respected in the corporate megastate. And protected, let's not forget protection. Our society values the individual rights to accumulate and control property. We're going to unlock the entrepreneur specialization and +1 upgrade slots on every single planet. Not just any type of upgrade slots, yes, orbital upgrade slots. These are pretty darn cool. We're going to throw down a, I don't know, maybe a recruiting station? Perhaps that could be too soon. Well, it looks like no one else is going to build it, so we're going to build the Galactic Currency Reserve. That should mean, for now and ever, the Iridian currency is the Galactic's reserve currency. Ironically, or somewhat unironically, somehow we seem to be the 5th most populous civilization in the cosmos. Okay. We keep getting devices that are improving the base ratings of our planet here. Iridia is now level 6 for mining and level 6 for technology as well. And obviously all of this is down to me. Thank you very much. I'll take my bonus now. Interestingly enough, the Galactic News Network, in an article totally not sponsored by us, has ranked us as the #1 civilization for approval in the galaxy. No one else can compete with our approval. We're just so well approved. Ooh, a hard choice now between autonomy for our governors or self-reliance for all of our people. They fall in the dirt, let them lie there. Of course. Something about rugged individualism, I hear. But anyway, that will grant all of our citizens +3 to every attribute. which I'm going to have to say yes to because that makes all of our people, or at least the ones that survive, just better at everything. We seem to have encountered a temporal rift somewhere in the galaxy, and it's presenting itself in an unusual way. Scans have shown us the stars beyond, though not as they appear now, but as they were in the distant past, or even more surprising, in the distant future. We can either use this for our scientists, our military strategists, or our spy masters. I am deeply saddened that we cannot use this to look at the future state of the stock market or possibly buy a winning lottery ticket from 10,000 years ago. If we could, I would do that, gosh darn it. I'm going to spend a lot here on some Promethean. We've gone down below our 7,000 initial starting credits yet again, but that means I can build an Iridia exchange. Iridia exchanges are amazing. It's going to be granting us +4 wealth, research, manufacturing, and approval to everything next to it, which is really, really, really good. I'm being told to sell off our Illyrium stocks, our antimatter futures, and some sort of thulium thing. That's in order to bring us back to our net investment input, which we really need to be closer to. We seem to have discovered a subspace stream. This should be able to take us to another sector of the galaxy, ready to let them know that we own the galactic reserve currency and they definitely need to buy some. First to meet on this other side are the Drengen. A new being, what a delight. Yes, excellent. Well, we'd never dream of swindling one as noble and civilized as them. Great teeth. Completely unsurprisingly, we are number 1 in terms of galactic GDP. Ooh, yeah. The right to privacy must be paramount as well in the corporate sector. After all, no one should know what size my bonus was last year. All citizens who have the individualist trait will get plus 25% approval bonus. Ka-ching! A situation seems to be developing between us and the humans. Allegedly, their chocolate powers mean they cannot be culturally dominated. Well, we weren't trying to culturally dominate them, but some of their worlds seem to want to start rebelling towards us. They will, for all intents and purposes, be Terran worlds. We won't be taking that away from them, but they want to send their resources to our home planet. We're not going to stop them. Deep Space 10 is under attack, ladies and gentlemen. Some measly pirates are attempting to crush our beloved starbase. that one. Yeah, there goes. Those are our missiles, good lord. Yeah, it's fair to say that they've not had a good time. Not had a good time at all. Yeah, Sirius 2 has flipped over to us. That's fine.
This is fine.
What I'm going to say is these planets, like Sirius 2, they're not actually under our control. They're just federated. I mean, I can't go in. There's no governors I can set here. I won't be setting any. And these are the only planets that are actually ours. Yes, the ones with our people living on them. In deep space, we discovered the remains of an alien prison ship. The crew was killed in an attack, but some of the prisoners, including one that calls themselves a Drengen, survived within the ship's hold. Now, we could repair the ship, which would serve as a workable colony ship, and then turn it over to the crew. But many people might question the wisdom of inviting a group of Drengen criminals to join our great empire. Plus, also, we only want one system, we only want one core world, we don't need any of that crap. Many people apparently question that wisdom. What are our orders? I'm going to say, I'm sure we can find someone who will pay for a shipload of Drengen slaves. And that puts us back up to our initial investment of 7,000. Well, these returns are great. We've grown 10 credits in all of this time. We're doing great. Great job.
Come on.
My eyes are looking enviously over at this other sector, where the Arceans are hoarding a source of Promethean. Terrible, really. We cannot forget that society will reward those who strive to be the best the most. Our people value competition and the pursuit of excellence above lots of other things. All our citizens who are individualists now get +1 raw wealth added to our core world. Self-governance would be great, but it doesn't actually affect our home world, so we're probably going to completely ignore that forever. Crime was an issue on Iridia until we booted all the criminals into space. With this new orbital prison, we can recreate lots and lots of our favorite science fiction movies with ease. Securing our trade lanes and our profits is first and foremost on our minds. That's why Iridia is now the most defended sector of the galaxy. We've got 3 fantastic fleets here. Already fleets 3, 5, and 6, and they basically are equal to most interstellar navies of the rest of the galaxy. A third planet has switched over and joined our federated states. Naya al-Saif is now passing resources all the way back to our beloved home. And it's definitely not us that are in control of it. We're still sticking to our one system challenge here. We're doing fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine.
That's okay.
I'm not entirely sure what's going on in Drengin space, but I do believe the Arceans are kicking Drengin butt and annexing Drengin worlds. And all I can say is, did they need to buy anything? Is there anything they might want? Maybe some cold beverages? I'm not sure. One of our scientists has just told me about something rather fantastic. We might be able to build the Astrolab of the Arnor. This would let us take a glimpse into the future and past of our galaxy thousands of years away. That means we get a firm grip and understanding on the futures market, amongst many other things. And we honestly can't say no. Let's start that challenge right now. We don't have enough of anything to build it. That's a shame. Let's see what we need. We need more xanthium deposits and precursor nanites. Yeah, I don't have either of those. Ooh, a central bank could be placed just over here between the Galactic Currency Reserve and the Iridia Exchange. Yes, that would be an excellent location for it. Let's call it New Wall Street. Perhaps we can build the Hall of Unity. Maybe that'll be easier than the Astrolab. Let's find out. It only requires 3 Harmony Crystals and 3 Helios ore. Well, I don't mind if I do. We've just met the Thalans. They claim to come from an alternate future where the corporate sector have destroyed the universe. Allegedly, we must be stopped, and we must prepare ourselves for destruction. Honestly, I think they're probably full of space poo-poo. But just to make sure they're not, let's build the Astrolab of the Arnor. That way we can see into the future and thus prevent any negative consequences from happening by seeing into it. I'm sure, 100% sure, that won't lock in any possible negative future due to, I don't know, any causality issues, and thus mean we destroy the universe. Yes, I'm sure we'll be fine. We will not be erased. We really do have a lot of trade routes now that are generating, goodness me, 138. That's basically a quarter of our total GDP is coming from trade. I think we've managed to now trade our way into enough hypersilicates and other such crap. Let's give away things we don't really care about, I suppose. Make some great deals, and then... we need xanthium deposits. That's the one thing we're missing out on. Darn it. We've got a lot of other rare resources. Goodness gracious, I don't even know what we have anymore. Kind of cornered the market on everything, especially antimatter. Got far too much of that. Ooh, let's get sovereign identity. Excellent. Yes, now everybody gets really good at stuff. Holy crap, that's helped our planet. Yeah, that's basically made everyone fantastic at whatever they do. Wow. Interestingly, it turns out the Drengin are our saviors in this. They have a lot of xanthium deposits. Let's give them, battle cruiser technology. I'm sure that could never come back to bite me in the bottom. And now we can look straight into the future. Let's do it. The future was bleak. Our great currency was no longer, I'm not sure I can even say it, no longer the Galactic Reserve currency. The galactic stock market was stagnant, and the corporate sector was simply nowhere to be found. This was either great news, or it was possibly very bad news. And on a possibly more important note, there was no information about my bonus. I tell you, what's the point in this darn contraption if we can't even find out about the important things? I'm going to build, some precursor studies and xenoarchaeology institutes so that we can mine these ascension crystals for even more, checks notes, ascension. Yes, we will ascend. Oh, apparently this war hasn't gone as the Thalans intended. We've not seen any ships. I guess they just suck. We'll give them peace. And there we go, the Astrolab of the Arnor. It's in place. That's buffing our tourism actually quite a bit. We are now getting quite a few people coming to see us. Isn't that excellent? We could put a manufacturing capital down. Now that would grant not only pollution, but ongoing pollution every month. It's a hard choice. We'll have to think about it. The Penultipox has just arrived. A new disease of great destructive potential has just emerged, spreading rapidly across the galaxy. Appearing to primarily target organic and aquatic species, this new disease threatens to kill trillions. Luckily, all of our cash is stored digitally, so we don't have to worry about any of that getting hurt. On the other hand, I'm being told that I am also an organic. Oh, that's a problem. Can we find a cure? Let's try and do that. You know what? I think actually we're going to rush that and spend a lot of cash on it. Yes, excellent. Well, there we are. Our researchers have done it. We've poured a lot of money into this thing, and we've discovered not only a safe and effective vaccination for the penultipox, but also some useful therapeutic treatments to manage it in place. Our people at last are safe. The question is, are any others? For the low price of like a bajillion credits, I'm sure they can be. Well, the Thalans have come to tell us that they don't want our trinkets anymore. Apparently their people are enamored with them, but the leadership say no. A new generation have been born on their world with our ridiculous name, like Xenophon with 15 X's, I think. A few temporary restrictions will help bring order. I say their citizens just should get more of what they want. Mwaha, mwahaha. Well, we've been building up our defense force for quite a while now, and it's massive. We have fleets all over the place in Iridia. I dare anyone to try and come and attack us. Speaking of anyone, something about dreadlords returning. This may not be good. We've noticed a call from the edge of space, a place where dimensions intersect, and something horrible from the other side is attempting to get through. Our advisors have warned against allowing such beings through, though they are certain it will result in the loss of thousands of lives, maybe even the loss of our only world. Still, facing and defeating this other dimensional challenge would establish our reputation as legendary warriors, and possibly we can sell something to them. So let's try that. Let's move some of those great fleets I was talking about up, and yeah, let's hopefully deal with this threat. Let's see what the Dreadlords do. This could be a problem. This is the race that killed off the Arnor after all. We can't forget that. We're going to try and fight them first with some lasers. Let's see how that does. That's a good hit. A fine hit. Let's engage them in battle. We'll fight them ship to ship. Here we go. I think we're flying off with some missiles now. That looks like a good hit. We've done something. I'm sure they've been scratched. Here come the lasers. Woo, that is a fearsome laser barrage. They're yet to fire. Do they even have? Do they even have weapons? They only have short-range weapons. We defeated them without taking a single shot. I'm not saying I feel super confident after that resounding victory, but I'm feeling pretty confident. Let's try that again. Here we've come for round 2 against an already damaged Dreadlord. Apparently the Scourge of the Galaxy. I mean, we don't even have battleships yet. This is a Dreadnought class something. Oof, some great laser fire by us. Oh, they're in range now. Are they going to shoot at us? Or will they? Yes, they are shooting. Oh, but there they go. We took not a single hit yet again. Oh, the third Dread Fleet is on the other side of our sector. We're going to have to fly off and face that. We should probably send some backup just in case the first fleet aren't able to handle it. We did so well there because I basically upgraded our local starbase into the stratosphere. This thing is, yeah, there is a military base inside of that protective shell. You wouldn't know it though. And now the Thalans have come to us, demanding our help. Thousands of their people have been displaced and are seeking refuge. I mean, why didn't they stay in the future if it was so great? Huh? I don't know what that's all about. They're going to ask us for our assistance. Will we accept them? I have a better idea. We'll pick them up and we'll put them to work as indentured servants. Yes, excellent. They've come from the future to aid us in our past. Buy your own Thalan today. I'm being told by legal that we need to briefly talk about this whole Thalan slavery thing. Right, so slavery is of course highly illegal in the corporate sector. However, no Thalan alive has been born yet. Their entire race did come from the future, so by a strange legal quirk, they aren't technically recognized as alive or even individuals yet. Anyway, that means they cannot be slaves, so they're not slaves. Who knew? In other news, if you're enjoying this game of Galactic Civilizations IV and you want to get your hands on a copy, head over to Steam using the link in the description. Hurry before stocks run out. I'm being told by legal that stocks of Galactic Civilizations IV are effectively infinite on Steam, so it's highly unlikely they will run out. and I should apparently stop being so dramatic. Anyway, let's move on. And the Thalans just got destroyed by the Taurians. That's fine. Don't really mind that, to be honest. Not really anything I can do about it. Ooh, Arnor Spice. Don't mind if I do grab some of that while it's on offer. Let's take out the last Deathlord? Dreadlord. Yes, we totally didn't forget what they were. Yes, we're ready. And now, Mr. Dreadlord, you will die. Well, somebody shoot something.
Somebody fire!
There we go. Excellent. They couldn't stand against us, could they? Oh, they destroyed a ship. Well, we lost one ship against the Dreadlords, but our battles will never be forgotten. 72% of the way to victory as well, ladies and gentlemen. In the depths of the far future, we finally invented lights. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, security lights. These simple steps that can be taken to keep our citizens safe. The first of these is apparently adequate lighting in all areas of our cities. Yes, who would have thought such a thing could be possible? Not us until now. The Orb of Dragonol has turned up. That's something we have to have, obviously, because it's unlimited power, apparently. Arcean cultural influence is starting to push into our region of space. Iridia is still very far away from the encroaching front of Macarcean burgers, but they're very soon going to get here. Our only hope now is to ascend before anything bad can happen. It really is a race against the clock before the Arceans get an influence victory over us. We are second in influence after all. Oh, we found a robotic servant module out in the galaxy. Let's pop that on our capital and oh look, we get a yaw. I'm sure that will never ever come back to bite us in the bum. Great. Yes, because, you know, the yaw never rose up and killed their previous overlords or anything like that. I got a really good discount on the module as well. I think we can find a nice spot for this Galactic Stock Exchange. Yes, we'll put it here next to the Galactic Currency Reserve, Iridia Exchange, the Central Bank, yeah, and the Fusion Power Plant. This downtown area of New Wall Street, it's pretty good. It's pretty nice. I like it. I like this area. We do also have a lovely selection of ministers now. Only a Minister of Justice is missing, but I'm told we don't need one of those because everything we do is completely legal. We're getting very, very close to this prestige victory now, 85%. And of course, there has been a time in the advancement of every species when the universe turns against them. The galaxy is littered with the remains of empires that failed the test. This time has now come for us. Yeah, the whole galaxy, they've kind of declared war on the corporate sector. I'm not going to lie, this is definitely bad for us. Our trade routes have been blown out the water, so yikes. I can only hope our legions of starships around Iridia are enough to ward off the enemy. Nope, this is a problem. It looks like the Taurian regime are now attacking us, and I'm pretty sure the Independence is not going to survive this. Yeah, that looks bad. Oh, there's a black hole. Let's not fall down. Oh, we're dead. We did take a fair few ships with us, but we died pretty hard there. The Yor are bringing up large fleets with transports included. We've never had to fight ground battles before. We haven't really had to fight much of anything before, but we're going to do our best. Well, there's a large Terran fleet here. Let's see if we can get them to leave us alone. We took out one ship there with our laser volley. Let's jump in and see if we can have a good time in the actual space combat. Quite a few missiles and such flying across the middle. What is that? That looks like the Enterprise flying through there. Somebody shoot it. Oh, excellent. That was probably just a knockoff. With the entire galaxy threatening the corporate sector, and more importantly my bonus, the future really did look bleak. Not least of all because our future vision machine thing had shown us a future without, well, us. Yes, pretty bleak. Perhaps it was a bad idea to build the future reader, Kajigga, without more accurate controls. Oh, useless piece of junk. I should send out a memo suggesting we scrap it, and then we can turn the pulp into warships. Oh, that should help to pad out this quarter's bottom line very, very nicely. Oh, we found that sphere, Kajigga, from ages ago. This is going to be great. Dimensional rift, ready to sweep in and exterminate us. That doesn't sound excellent. Let's open it there. That looks like Dreadlords. Right. We'll make short work of all of these fleets. There's actually quite a lot here. And we are losing some ships as we try to chew through these. Maybe opening the tear to the pocket universe next to my capital wasn't the smartest move. Eek. Yeah, lots of ships here, right. Yeah, the pocket universe is open. Thanks for that late reminder there, game. Thank you very much. We did notice, yes. The Terrans have brought up their mighty Sol fleet. Let's see how well it does for them. And they're engaging. Oh, yeah, that's one ship of ours down for only one of theirs. This could be going much better. Nuts. Hey, all told, we just lost that one ship. Okay, not too bad then. We can take on the Arceans here in this quadrant of the galaxy. They're coming for us after all. With the Aurorus Arbotarum on side, I just managed to buy some from the Galactic Bazaar. I should probably buy some more while it's here, actually. That's going to let us put down the Galactic Commission. Another Your fleet have attempted to come close to Iridia. They won't get any further. So far, we've lost some ships, but overall, nothing really of any value, because those ships are probably crewed by poor people? Yes, let's go with that. Poor people. We're going to build a giant galactic zoo as well. I mean, the war's going fine, but what we really need is a big space zoo. We need more snuggler colonies. Darn it. Deep Space Starbase 6 is under attack by the Yor. We really need this one. It's actually making a lot of our ascension crystal income. We cannot afford to lose that. We won, but we did take quite a bit of damage. Oh, that's enough of that snuggler colony goodness. We can pop down a grand menagerie. Oh, yes. We are so close now to being at 100% approval. Just slightly off. Somebody is ever so slightly unhappy with something. I'm being told now that we can also store the complete history of the galaxy. We do that, and the galaxy will absolutely bloody love us. Let's just do it right now. Oh, and that means we've finally ascended, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. That infinite repository of knowledge is all we needed to go poof into the far future with a score of 4.5 million. I think we definitely completed that challenge. The Taurian regime at the end there were just sneaking ahead of us, but luckily we ascended into godhood and we're leaving everyone else behind. Goodbye. If you've enjoyed this video and you'd like to see another video dedicated to Galactic Civilizations IV, click the video on screen now.